No, I'm good. I'm fine. No, we are good to go. Oh, we're back. We're back. We back is what we are. Uh, what am who am where am I? Hi, Joe. Oh, and you remembered it's my birthday. What's that? Oh. Sorry. Hammer's hurt. Let's just put it that way. Look, we got the big interview with Sarah Palin, ABC News, people at ABC News, Charlie Gibson, the jerk. He let us use his studio. Like we couldn't use our studio. Like our studio wasn't good enough for her. Anyway, it's live via satellite is what it is. Well, it's not live, it's pre-taped. But we've already done it, is what I'm saying. Because, let's face it, she couldn't, on my time. Anyway, you'll notice there's a little bit of delay. We had a few technical problems. Not a lot, though. It's good. Here it is. Interview with Sarah Palin. Thank you, Mrs. Palin, Miss Palin, Mrs. I don't know. Thank you, Sarah, for taking the time out and joining us here today. Glad you could do it. The first question that I think I'll start out with here would be, in all your interviews you've done with Katie Couric and that Charlie guy, what was his name? Yeah, that guy from ABC, who's letting us use his set for some reason, because, like, we couldn't use our own set. Anyway, I'll calm myself down. I'm already angry enough about that, so I'll let it go. Anywho, you always mention about, being honored and stuff. Now that the election's over, do you still feel honored?
I do, Charlie, and on January 20th, when John McCain and I are sworn in, we'll be ready. I'm ready.
Okay. First off, I'm not Charlie Gibson. We're just using his set. There's a difference. I have a beard. He doesn't. Anywho, secondly, you didn't actually win the presidency. Or the vice presidency. John McCain lost. Well, you know what? We won't dwell on that because I'm sure that's probably the least of my worries in this interview. But anyway, you mentioned you called me Charlie, who's from ABC, and I mentioned the fact that you had lost. Combining those two together, one of ABC's popular shows for people to go on is Dancing with the Stars, and I don't know if have you been in talks with going on this, lame show?
Of course I've been, as every American has been.
Well, it's nice to know that you agree that only has-beens go on that show. But if I could switch gears here a little bit from a has-been show to a, an awesome show, like Homer's Workshop here. Anywho, that was supposed to be a joke, and I don't think it should have been, because this really is a good show. Sorry, Sarah, I do that from time to time, speak from, to different people. Have you actually, have you seen Homer's Workshop? Are you a fan? Have you seen it?
I have not, and I think if you go back in history, and if you ask that question of many vice presidents, they may have the same answer.
Well, that's actually not true. Al Gore's a huge fan of this show, but you're not the vice president. You're not the vice president-elect. Joe Biden is. All right, I don't even, well, never mind. Okay, well, like I said, we'll get past that. All right, my next question is, first off, I'm going to the interwebs with this show. I'm really hoping it catches fire. Do you think that Americans will fall in love with this show?
No way, not Americans.
Well, I hate to hear that, because I had this sock puppet character who is going to be my sidekick. I had a name for him and everything. We even went down the other day, didn't we, Joe? We went down the other day and we had a whole trademark made out and everything. His name is called Sock R. What was his name? Sock R. Smiley. That was his name, Sock R. Smiley. And now we can't use him now because of you. How dare you, ma'am? How dare you? Anywho, I'll get over that. My next question, if I can even have a question here, it just, I don't, really? You wouldn't even give the show a chance? Like, you won't even, maybe just tune in one time?
First off, we're going to continue good relations with Saakashvili there.
First off, Shakar Smiley, not Schmookachoo or whatever you just said. Look, I don't care. We'll get off this subject. Anywho, I hear a comical story. Woohoo! Let's do a comical story, because it's a comic show, isn't it? Ooh, it's just fun and giggles, isn't it? Until you get your feelings hurt by some political whoever she is.
The reference there is a repeat.
Ooh, she has about as much clout as Santa Claus. Anywho, I have a little amusing anecdote here on my little card here, because the interview's real. I heard that you have, I heard that there's an interesting story where you accidentally, you mistook, is it mistook or mistaken? I don't know. You accidentally thought that John McCain's mind pills were your vitamin E pills, and you took some. I heard you actually had you had quite a trip from that.
Yeah, that trip, that was a trip of a lifetime.
Yes, I actually heard it was quite extravagant. I actually have the quote here on the second card, because it's real. That you actually, it says here that you said, and I quote, this was a quote that you said while you were on this trip here. You said, for the love of God, I'm quoting here, for the love of God, someone get me some crayons and a car battery. It's gonna get busy up in his house. Just, what was that about?
Of Abraham Lincoln's words.
Okay, well, let's, next topic. Let's get on to the end of this interview, because it's horrible. Millions of people are turning off their televisions and their computers, and some of them are selling them, not knowing that they can just click off of YouTube. They're afraid. Anywho, let's go to some political stuff. You think that you're vice president, so I guess I'll ask this as if you are. You know, there's a lot of talk about Iran, and they might have a nuclear weapon within a year. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, gee, maybe they're going to have nuclear weapons. What can we do about it?
Wow, that is mind-numbing. That's just... Quick question, do you even know who we're at war with?
Canada, Mexico.
Okay, and on that note, we're gonna just go ahead and end this interview. How's that sound? That sounds good, right? Okay. I'd like to thank you, Sarah. You didn't win, but you think you did. And, you know, good for you. Just glad that, you know, you can be happy up here, you know, just like, I don't know. Thank you. Hopefully we'll never see you again. Alright, and now we'll go back to whatever, you know, the hilariousness that is the, you know, not pre-recorded Homework Workshop. Although actually, you know, the episode itself is pre-recorded. It's not like I'm at YouTube Live or something doing the episodes. I mean, they're pre-recorded anyway. But let's just say that this was pre-recorded. Who cares? It's a stupid interview. Go back. Just cut back. Alright, so there you see it. That was the good old interview there. So, I don't have nothing else really to say. Could you imagine if they had one? But anyway, well, let's take a quick break. We'll be back and go into what we in the business call segment 3. And by we in the business, I mean me and Wilford Brimley. Oh, is that joke getting old? Well, maybe we should throw it away in our dumpster. That's still, I'm going to keep doing it until it catches on. We'll take a break and be back eventually sometime. I don't know.